trusting your inner knowing. Trusting your inner knowing. This is a story about two twin sisters and a friend named Emily. Trusting your inner knowing by Promise the Great. Twins. One day there were these two twins, Alex and Alexis. Alex and Alexis was around 23 to 26 years of age. These twins did everything up in life together. The two twins was into spirituality and doing things of divine and the most high work, which most would call it. Coming up, they were always into the stars, plants, and planets, learning about themselves and the universe, helping heal humanity, build and invest in their life for the betterment of self and others, as the girls always say together. However, one day, Alexis had overcome a feeling and thought of her sister that just seemed unbelievable and didn't feel true. There was a feeling of strange reaction from her other half, and it didn't feel good at all. Over the summer, the twins separated and went on vacation. Alex decided to take a trip with someone she knew as a friend since elementary, a girl named Emily that they haven't seen over 3 to 4 years. Alexis decided to journey along with herself, due she been more into her spirituality lately. Ever since after the vacation, Alex and Emily been around each other more, and this feeling just don't sit right with me, Alexis said. Something not right about Emily since she's been back. So later, one Sunday Eve, Alex stopped by her sister's place to see if they could all hang out together, her, Emily, and Alexis. The idea was to go bowling. However, Alexis quickly responded, "I have to be honest with you. I'm not feeling Emily's energy since she's been back, and I think you've been a little imbalanced lately as well. There may be something you're not seeing." Emily has been around since 5th grade. Over the years as teenagers, they grew apart with the on and off energy. Alex responded, "I'm not imbalanced. You should start the studying sometime. It would drive you crazy. Let it go for once." Walking out Alexis' door. And before walking out the door, Alexis responded quickly, trying to get the last word. Letting go is only needed when you're attached to what you hold on. I am me. So after the argument, Alexis felt a bit drained. She drank a bottle of water and then laid to nap so she can recharge herself. As she was resting, she received a message in her dream that say, "You can't save her. She has made her decision. Protect you by setting your boundaries and doing what's best for you, and then you shall help them." After hearing that voice, she then seen an image appear. An image would look like a garage area. With there in the middle, her sister and Emily. "I dare you," she say. Trying to see where they at exactly. She noticed where the area they were at seems to be like some type of science lab or biology classroom. Maybe someone's garage. Mixed chemicals everywhere. Candles lighting. Chickens on the ground. And then she hear in her ear dabbing into black magic, that is, casting spells, and hatefully doing things to cause problems in other people's life for what apparently reason. It was the spirit guide. Then as she turned her head, she noticed a list on the table in the area where she was seeing, with many names she recognized. And even though she was dreaming, she was aware that Alexis and Emily is up to no good, and innocent people is under attack. She just couldn't think, why, Alex? How could she? We've been a divine this whole time. Why trade? Alex was down with Emily as long as Alexis was not affected. This was the deal. However, behind Alex's back, Emily was working on Alexis alone. So after waking up from the dream, Alexis decided to give her sister a call to tell her about herself, but got no answer. So she decided to send a text and let it be. While out bowling, Alex spoke to Emily about the incident that just occurred over drinks with her and her sisters. Emily responded, "I'm your sister. Fuck her," and laughed it off. Then replied, she will be alright. I'm just playing. Then Alex responded, yeah, fuck her. We'll always do this. It will be fine. But Alex was spiritually gifted, as along with her twin sister and as well with Emily. She just knew she messed up and felt her sister knew exactly what they was up to. She read the message earlier that her sister sent, and it's been on her heavy. Emily could tell the argument with Alex and her sister was bothering her, and that made her a bit jealous as well. After Emily turned bowling, she called herself cheering Alex up and to make her feel comfortable so she can roll the ball by cheering her name. While Alex's back was turned, Emily pulled out a capsule that was sitting in her bra. Inside of the capsule, it was red dust, and she sprinkled it in areas of where Alex was sitting, and also put a little tab in her beer bottle where it was unnoticeable. To be continued. In this story, it speaks of two twin sisters and a girl named Emily. In the story of the twins, Alex did not trust herself. She was showed signs. She was warned. But yet she still didn't trust herself. The universe speaks to you in every situation that you make in life. I feel that anytime you decide on making a decision to do something, make sure that you're trusting your inner self, because your inner self gonna get you there. You gonna feel it, but you may not know what the feeling is. You may sense it. You may see it ahead of time. There will be some type of synchronicity or sign given, but only if you're open to actually let yourself see it, where you're not rejective. It also shows in the story that Alex was rejective. But however, the sister Alexis decided to trust herself, decided to journey alone even though they went on vacation, decided to be aware of the energy that came back with the old friend Emily, showing you no matter how long you think you know somebody, you still don't know them. But your trust will show you. Your trust in you, your trust in the divine, the source, the creator will show you. Therefore, you now know you're never alone. So with this, I'm just hoping to awaken people to actually trust themselves, but stay continued for part 2, because it get a lot deeper, baby. Promise the Great. Follow me on Instagram, the Promise Team .greats, Facebook, Promise the Great, YouTube, Promise the Great, Twitter, @the Promise Team. Also show love.